Tails would belong there, but, you know, whatever.
But, like, it gives you time to see the levels from different perspectives that, like, goes beyond just running through it.
Yeah.
You get to stop and, like, see something and be like, oh, well, I didn't see that in Sonic's level.
Here you go. Yeah, it's neat, honestly. And then Knuckles, you get to get a good listen to that best song in the whole game.
We have to find Amy. She should still be in this city.
Go to the casino level.
Casino level.
Well, casino place.
Amy? Oh man, where can she
I
be?
checked Speed Highway all over it. If she's not there, I don't know where she'd be. Oh crap! They're gonna get pulverized by a train!
Oh no!
They're gonna get pulverized by the train. I'm going to ride after them.
I'm on my way, Amy!
Off screen, the robot activates rocket boosters or something. Meanwhile, Sonic doesn't, jump on the track and run across that instead. I mean, as long as he avoids the third rail, he's faster than the train.
Let me go, you hunk of junk! I mean it!
I'm super cereal this time!
You better give Amy to me or I'll squash ya.
It's like, I know who built you. You will make that noise. Squash.
Hey, what's happening?
It's like, who turned off the sun? Big, is that you? No, it's something almost as big.
Stop!
I heard somewhere that, like, well, you know how all the, robots have, like, names after, like, it was, like, after the alphabet, like, there's Beta, Gamma, they all have names after the alphabet there. But there was no Alpha, but, like, I hear that, like, so I heard somewhere that, this robot here that kidnaps Amy, like, that was considered Alpha. He was, like, the first one, and then Beta was created, and...
Yeah, I think it was the first of the E series, nicknamed
Yeah.
Zero.
Yeah. He was Zero, but instead of they could have just called him Alpha, but they're like, let's call him Zero. Because he sucks.
Yeah, he kind of does suck. I mean, if Amy can beat him.
Yeah. By, like, forcing him up against, like, an electric fence and whacking his brain meats with a giant hammer. Oh, yes, power-up.
A power-up that you will never use, except for that one room in the egg carrier where there's all those enemies, and you're just like, you know what, let's try
Try
it.
the light speed dash towards
You get
Amy.
sparkles!
With this, you can now do the light speed attack.
Somehow, this allows you to phase through the bars of a cage. Why did you need that upgrade to do that?
Magic.
This is another favorite of mine. It's an awesome level. I like both parts of it so much. Damn, the soundtrack in this game is awesome.
That's another thing that, like, they never did, well, for the most part, that's something I felt like they never really did wrong with all the Sonic games, was the soundtrack. Like, they've always had, like, a pretty solid soundtrack for most of their games.
Yeah, I mean, even Sonic 06 had one of the best supersonic themes in the entire series.
Yeah, and they had, like, Dreams of an Absolution there, like Silver's theme, and...
Wasted on him,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Say what you want about Silver, he had a pretty bitchin' theme song.
He totally did.
And they totally... Sonic's little teenage phase there, there's a bunch of things I could say about it, but, you know,
Soundtracks, right?
yeah.
Oh, wow. Just...
Soundtracks were good, the games, themselves like a little teenage phase there with like, you know, the werehogs and all his little woodland friends that came out to play. It's kind of like, no.
Yeah. I mean, adding the occasional extra character was alright, as long as, you know, they didn't suck.
Yeah.
Like the Babylon Rogues. What the fuck was up with them?
And it's like the big reveal of like, what they were. Ah, no!
Well, you just hit a checkpoint, so no big loss.
But like, yeah, it's like, I think like it was
It
like,
turns out this game is about us! My voice is ridiculous!
what the hell?
Yeah, that's one other thing about this game. You know what? Just jump somewhere.
Okay. Whoa! Bitch, please! Okay. Okay, I'm going this way.
Okay.
That was kind of scary there. My heart kind of stopped. Oh, wow. Carolyn, get back on track. You can do this. You can do this.
I'm not gonna censor your name. We'll see. That was the wrong button to press on the panel. But yeah, occasionally they come up with a good character. Like, Cream wasn't bad. She was basically... It's like, I liked her in Sonic Advance 2 where she debuted because, you know what? She's just out looking for her mom and trying to... It's just like, you can get behind that. It's like, if my mom was in trouble, I'd fly with my giant ears and use my pet chow to destroy things too.
But, like, I like her character, too, because it's like, you know, she did what she had to do.
She did what she had to do, and she... Yeah.
Went off. She got out of there. She...
For the most part.
Yeah, like, you know, she had a couple of other little cameos here and there, but, like, they didn't try and force her character into the franchise so much as, say, like, you know, the 3 bird characters there, and, like, Silver.
It's like, yeah, this game is about them! It's like, no. Also, Blaze. She showed up around the same time Silver was, but I liked her because, you know, she had an awesome character too. Hell, she was the Sonic of another dimension.
Yeah.
She's just like, I'm a pyrokinetic cat, I'm also a princess, and I've got issues with doing everything by myself because I have no friends, and I'm acrophobic. So, like, there's depth there, and they have fun with it in the Rush games.
Yeah. But, like, that kind of, like, the Rush games, like, just, like, I liked her role there. Like, it didn't feel like it was a forced thing, like, oh, here's another one of Sonic's woodland friends coming to play. It's like...
It's just like, well, yeah, in the first game, Blaze is just like, you know, I've got problems, but I can do them by myself. And then she does. And then one of the final boss fights is with Sonic, when he's just like, dude, what's your problem? And she's just like, my problem is you! And then the second game is just like, hey, Sonic, I know who you are. You got street cred, let's do this. And if I recall right, they played differently. Sonic was generally faster, but Blaze did more damage to bosses.
Yeah.
I think that's how it went. Because let's face it, Blaze can pretty much do everything Sonic can do except on fire. So...
Yeah. Like, I feel like that, like, Shadow's character, for example, he was kind of ruined by, like, the later games, because he just felt so forced in some parts, and it's like, beyond Sonic Adventure 2, like, I felt like they did his character justice. Well, and I felt like, you know, if his character did die permanently there, or, like, you know, if he just kind of went off and...
Yeah, I mean, it was a Disney death, but that was because, I don't know, that's just what the games at that time were doing. But then it's just like, hey, guess what? Clone in Sonic Heroes. And then Omega's just like, but guess what? That's not how cloning works. The original is alive somewhere. And then it's just like, okay, then what the hell was the point of the clone?
Yeah.
Are you gonna have the original show up somewhere? Are they gonna, like, talk? Have issues? What?
Yeah, it just felt so forced and so tacked on in some points. It's just kind of like, they could have cut some of that bullshit out and saved the character some justice there.
Yeah, or, you know, just have it be the original Shadow. He survived. Maybe they have that Final Flash be a chaos control and then have him suffer head trauma when he doesn't stick the landing.
Yeah.
Bam! I just made it better.
And he's like hanging out somewhere else with amnesia. Oh crap.
Oh, there's a ring there. You're good. Seriously though, Shadow, he was an awesome character too. I mean, he was basically Dark Sonic, and I guess maybe I think it's hard to really mistake him as Sonic, but it was dark, and he was doing a bunch of crazy impossible acrobatics that Sonic's kind of trademarked for. So maybe they just made the assumption. And then it's like, Shadow has legitimate reasons to be screwed up.
Thought I died there.
Yeah, I kind of thought you did too, with the way the clouds were. It's like the entire, that part of the level just disappeared.
And I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna die!
It's like, but no, this is no falling damage game.
Like all the way from Sonic Heroes, probably, like, I don't know, like, I'm thinking, like, all the Sonic Rider games, Sonic Unleashed, Sonic 06, like, I feel like they totally push their characters too much, and it's just like, you don't need all these characters!
I remember Sonic Unleashed. I saw a Let's Play for it, because hell, if I was going to pick it up. And from what I saw, Chip, the Navi-like character, he actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't unbearable, and he was still relying on Sonic, and he didn't have, like, a super annoying voice. His gimmick was basically, I like eating things. Want some chocolate? And that's not that bad. And then he's just like, oh, it turns out I am the good half of the planet's energy, or something. And then it's like, and now that I've got